So thank you everyone. Uh, I would like to thank DSU first to give me this opportunity, obviously, to speak in front of you and to be a member of this very lovely panel. How many of you have seen this Indian web series, The Family Man 2? Yeah, you have seen it. Do you remember the dialogue which this boss is actually telling his employee? The banter that is going on? Do you remember the dialogue? What is the dialogue? Can you recall it? Can you recall it? The dialogue which this person is saying to his employee. Yeah, so the dialogue was, don't be a minimum guy. Yeah, right? So I would like to present the story of I am not enough, and more importantly, why you must refuse to be a minimum guy. Right? So at some point of our lives, we always must have thought that I am not enough, I'm not smart, I am not confident, I am not talented. And most shocking part to this is that nobody has ever come to our face and told us that we are not smart, we are not talented. It's just that the feedback loops since our childhoods, we have learned this. The report cards in our schools, the comparisons. शर्मा जी के बेटे को देखो, बढ़िया नंबर लेके आया, गुप्ता जी के बेटे को देखो. So all these comparison and watching others win. So in corporate, when you see people getting appraisals, people getting promotions, you think that you are not good enough, right? And slowly, without realizing this, we start living in that world. Nobody has ever come to tell us that we are not smart, but due to these comparisons, these results, these report cards, we start believing that. And when we do that, we don't take the shot. I mean, we don't attempt things. We don't ask the questions to everybody, anybody, to us also. And we don't go after the thing that you actually want, right? And you settle and become what I call a minimum guy. Now, who is a minimum guy? A person who doesn't fail loudly. I mean, the person who remains in his shell, who doesn't want to get noticed. He doesn't crash and burn. He doesn't attempt things. He doesn't go last mile. And obviously, who doesn't take big risks and lose. A person who does just enough, dreams just enough, risks just enough. He is doing bare minimum to be where he is right now. He doesn't want the things to go worse. He doesn't want the things to, he actually wants the things to go better, but he doesn't attempt anything. And a person who chooses the safe option, the practical choice, and the path where failure is least visible. So even if he fails, he doesn't want other people to notice that. But do you think the minimum guy is a minimum guy by his choice? I think he is by his choice. He knows that there are multiple things that he can explore, he can learn. This is not everything he could have been. He is aware of the fact that he can be better, but he is not doing any extra thing. He is not going extra mile, and he is a minimum guy by his choice. And hence, I want to tell you a story of a minimum guy like me, who was a minimum guy, let's say 10 years down the line. When I was in undergraduation, I was of the same fact that I am not enough. I cannot, let's say, be in the top 1 percentile, top 2 percentile of my institute or my class. And hence, this was my story, which actually starts from the life in school, right? So if I summarize my journey in the school, I would say it was mediocre. I was silent. I started unremarkably. I didn't want to get noticed. I didn't participate in extracurricular activities. I didn't participate in the academics. I was doing just bare minimum to get unnoticed and be as it is. Then I went to undergraduation. Do you remember this famous AI dog? Yeah, I am from the same college. So I'm from the same college. Yes. So like everybody, I also wanted to get into prestigious engineering institutions across India. I was not able to do it because I was a minimum guy in school. I didn't attempt anything. I just wanted luck to happen and मैं चला जाऊंगा बढ़िया कॉलेज में. नहीं काम हुआ. And then I realized कि यार either I can drop and reattempt, or I can try to be a top student, one of the top students in the college जहाँ पे मैं अभी हूँ, right? तो I chosen the second way कि यार जहाँ पे अभी हैं वहीं पे कुछ अच्छा करने का ट्राई करते हैं. And then I tried coming out of my carefully constructed safe zone. I tried doing new things, tried to be a part of new groups, Try to explore things that I actually wanted to do. I was not invisible now. I was trying to get into groups, trying to get myself noticed. Here I also exist in your class. मैं करना चाहता हूँ ये सब. Then life in post graduation, it was all about crystallization. So the energy that I scattered in my undergraduation in exploring things in variety of experiences, I tried to crystallize them. कि यार जो भी सीखा है उसको एक solid form देते हैं. ठीक है? I was building on my strengths. Now what? So I think now I am trying to find my rhythm, the perfect rhythm. I mean, I've been into corporate from the last 7 years. The first 2-3 years were spent identifying what can I do, what I want to do, what I enjoy doing. And then probably after 6-7 years, I can say that I have found my rhythm. The current role I am in, I enjoy doing it because that is the type of work that I would say I can utilize my strengths. So if you see, my journey started from school unremarkably. I built some momentum in undergrad. I rose strong in postgrad, and then I found my unique rhythm. So you see, there's a pattern, and I call this pattern a crescendo, my journey crescendo. So in music also, it actually starts from low notes, then it gets some momentum, and then at the peak there's a sudden burst of sound, right? Our life, our journey, our personal growth, our professional growth, they actually follow a similar pattern. There might be moments where you think that you are not doing good. The people around you are doing better. They are surpassing you. But please be aware that the low notes in the music are equally important as the high notes because there is no peak without a build up, right? So many of the guests mentioned that failures are important, right? So failures are the low notes of your music. Your journey is a music. Failure are the low notes. You have to appreciate them because if you don't have the low notes, you cannot directly jump onto the high notes. So when you try to become a non-minimum guy, when you try to ask yourself questions, when you try to pursue the things that you like, obviously there will be challenges. Your rhythm won't be as smooth, as good as you want. But as long as you keep moving ahead, keep moving forward, your crescendo is always building. So just take the analogy of a stock market. I'm not suggesting anything, but financial advisors say that if you are invested in the market for let's say 5 or 10 years, you will see many downs, but ultimately after 5 years, 10 years down the line, you will have some profit. That is the journey crescendo. आप आज जहाँ पे भी हो, you work on it, you try exploring new things, try learning new things. You will see some failures, but at let's say 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, you will find yourself at a position which is much better than the position 10 years down the line. Which happened same with me. School के बाद I was very underconfident कि I couldn't get into a good college. Then college में I tried finding my rhythm कि ठीक है, let's learn about robotics. I went into workshops in IIT Delhi because my college was near. College was in Delhi NCR. चीजें सीखी. Post grad में और confidence आया when I got into a decent post grad college. Then getting into Swiggy in 2019, which was one of the top startups in the country. I got my confidence by the things that I want. ठीक है, शुरू में मैं एक मिनिमम गाय था. I tried, थोड़े से सक्सेस मिले, थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस आया एंड मेरा वो क्रिसेंडो बनता रहा. So my last line to everybody is obviously the students here that you just have to not follow the path where failure is least visible. Let people observe your failures. People criticize you because if you are unnoticed, there's nothing that you can achieve there. When people start criticizing you, you understand that there's a lot out there. So go out, go explore yourself, go crash and burn, and make your own crescendo. That's it from my side. It was a very small talk, and thank you.